just did a ride on Snoopy Soapbox Racers. That was my first new gen Vekoma, and it was really good. It's a really good family ride. Two things, that is really smooth. Two, I love going backwards on roller coasters. Even on a family ride, that sensation is so fun and enjoyable. It's a great ride. It's taller in person, but also it is a lot more compact in person than I first thought. I was near the middle of the train, but still pulls some surprisingly positive G's, although the ride did close after the first train of the day. I was on the first train of the day and now it's temporarily down, so I'm gonna have to loop back around here to get some footage of the ride running once it opens back up. Whoa, Diamondback is not how I remember it. The back row on Diamondback, the airtime is violent. It like hurls you out of your seat on every camelback. But then when you're getting whipped back down, the positives are so strong, it's like getting whiplash, but it's fun. Now, there definitely is a little bit of a jitter in the back row, a little bit of shake. I've heard that Diamondback has developed a little bit. It's not bad. It's totally manageable, and I would take a little bit of shake with that insane airtime every day over a smoother ride that's a little more tame. That was amazing, and the line was a walk-on. It's a Sunday, so very good experience so far. Orion is a good Giga. I definitely prefer Diamondback, but I appreciate that Diamondback and Orion are very distinctly different rides. This focuses a lot more on the speed and on the maneuvers, whereas Diamondback is airtime, airtime, airtime. I just happen to like airtime more than what this ride offers, but it's still a great ride. The first drop in the back row is insane, and the speed hill kind of in the middle of the ride, that produces like ejector the whole time. I rode Flight of Fear. Obviously, I didn't get off-ride footage because, well, this is what it would look like. But man, that is a very intense ride. The first moments after the launch, like the first couple inversions, are so unnecessarily fast. And then the brake run completely stops you. So you think you're just going to be going slow the rest of the course, but no. It just continues to pick up speed the entire way down, and by the end of that ride, you are just hauling. Weird, funky, early premiere transitions. I love it. I do wish it was darker on that roller coaster. I love rides like Space Mountain because you can't really tell what's going to happen you can very easily tell what's about to happen on Flight of Fear, but that's a great ride. Operations here have been amazing. Everything's running very many trains. Dispatches are quick. The park is overestimating wait times. I appreciate a slight overestimation instead of an underestimation. Now another thing about Kings Island, this is a gorgeous park. This is my second time here, so not everything is new to me, but this park has a lot more shade and greenery and grass. It's just beautiful. The only things I haven't done when I visited this park in the past was Racer, which here's that, I just did that. And that ride surprised me as well. Very smooth, good floater, nothing more, nothing less. And then I'm gonna go check out the Bat next, because that is one that I regretted missing last time. So let's check that out. You want to see the most out of focus? You want to see the most out of focus review of the Bat ever? This is kind of like my first real thrill suspended coaster, because the only other one I've been on is Iron Dragon at Cedar Point. This one actually tries to take advantage of the fact that it swings and can exert all sorts of forces. It's a very short ride, it's over fast, but there are some strong positive G-forces in there. Now this is one of the more interesting little tidbits of Kings Island to me. This used to be the entrance to Tomb Raider the Ride, which was Kings Island's most themed, immersive attraction ever. Defunctland has a really neat video on it. I would recommend giving that a watch. Tomb Raider was a Huss top spin, which is a flat ride model that is a dying breed. You don't really see too many of them, but it's completely indoors, and it basically was an entire dark ride alongside being that thrill ride. Different scenes, different effects. Over the course of its life, and as owners changed and people didn't have the rights to certain IPs, it kind of just slowly got watered down until they decided to take it out. Banshee is solidly my number 2 invert. Montu won my heart this spring, but Banshee is just, I know people say it's not whippy, it's not crazy 90s B&M, but I think the big, flowy, smooth, all kind of connected, I think that layout yields well to an invert. I do not love the vest restraints, because there's a couple moments like exiting the 0G roll, you kind of think you would get a little pop of airtime, but those restraints get tight throughout the ride. But I also didn't finish my thought from earlier, which was the reason I'm kind of haphazardly approaching which rides I ride is because I've been here once before and I didn't ride the Bat, I didn't ride Racer, I didn't ride the Aero Mine Train. So I'm kind of trying to knock a few of those out. I don't think I'm gonna hit everything this visit, because I still would really like to hit Mystic Timbers and the Beast. I've been on both of those before, but I feel like you can't go to Kings Island and not ride the Beast. And Mystic Timbers is just one of my favorite Woodies of all time. That's a good wooden coaster. In a weird way, it kind of reminds me of Maverick at Cedar Point. Not at all with like the actual elements, obviously, and that one's wood and one's steel and one's lawn, you know. But the way that both of them, after their initial drops, they don't really go back up to slow down. Everything else is just nonstop. It definitely has a little more bite since the last time I rode a few years ago, but I don't mind when a wooden coaster has a little bit of life to it. That's a wonderful ride. Now, I was going to go ride the Beast right after Mystic Timbers, and the ride is closed. So it has been a phenomenal day here. Even though it's a weekend in July, I really didn't have any problems riding what I wanted to ride. Since I've started shooting videos, I take so much longer to get through a park just because often I'm going back and forth between lockers and rides, or I have to constantly be shooting a ride from different angles instead of just riding it and leaving. So if you were here on a Sunday in July like today, I bet you would have no problem riding pretty much everything. That is going to do it for Kings Island. I know today was a bit of a shorter day. It's still light outside. I'm not staying the whole day. The operations here are wonderful. By the time the evening rolled around, most lines are like an hour or more, so it's not like it's empty here, but they are just moving through people on every ride. It's really great to see. That being said, bummed out that I didn't get to ride the Beast because that closed at some point early in the afternoon. And then I'm really glad I got to ride Snoopy's Soapbox Racers, but I wish I could have shot it because as soon as I was off the ride, I was planning on shooting footage of it and I couldn't, it closed. But overall, great day here at Kings Island. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking it. If you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot. My name's John. You've been watching Mid-Course Discourse, and I'll see you next time.